Hey everyone, it's Squidboy. Welcome to another episode of Squidshin Inkpact. And as we left off, we have to, we were in the trial thing, blah blah blah. It's episode 10. We love the number 10, right? Because it's such an even number. 5, 5 on each side, like 6, 7. Anyways, it says, what I must do next is recreate the truth, what Cowell did, and how he went from would-be perpetrator to victim, okay? We're gaslighting this situation. Just kidding. This is where we left off last time. So I have to do this so that I could do my dailies, and I forgot I was in the thing. I was gonna record it, but I was like, yeah. You know what I'm saying, guys? Because I gotta waste my resin, but I can't because I was stuck in a story. So let's just make up a story, I guess. Just kidding. Not make up a story. The truth is, I know Lenny's innocent, okay? Look at him. That little twink, he can't do much. That little femboy. It says, Cowell's plan and the situation inside the tunnel. How can we envisage? Lenny has been unable to interfere with the crime. Select and include a few of the detailed information.
No one entered or left the opera house through its entrances. So where would the criminal have wanted to take Halsey?
I love Aether's voice. His voice actor. It's so sweet. No one entered or left the entrances where the criminal wanted to take Halsey. Okay.
The deceased's name is Cowell, Lenny's assistant. He would have been able to tamper with the equipment.
See, isn't the story good just because we could hear the traveler's voice?
Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel, so there must have been some fear that she would attract attention.
Halsey closely good, so there must have been some fear that she would attract attention.
The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing Halsey and the criminal.
Right, that's what I was thinking.
Lenny was not in the tunnel at that moment, which gave our criminal ample time. It would have been tough for both people to fit into that vent. They would likely have bumped into Lenny as well.
Right, okay. So, the thing is, freaking... I had a theory in mind, but I just forgot
Lenny
it.
was not in the tunnel at that moment. The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing Halsey and the criminal.
Yeah, because you'd have to know how the trick works, and able to commit this crime. And the only one who knew it, obviously, was the assistant and Lenny was already doing something else. That's why he didn't hear the freaking thud. Right? Switch to another question. What's the... Oh! How can we envisage Lenny as having to been able to interfere with the crime? The sound, right? I think this one. How can I prove that there is an altercation in a tunnel? Oh, also the sound.
Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel, so there must have been some fear that she would attract attention.
I don't get that part.
The deceased's name is Cowell, Lenny's assistant. No one entered or left the opera house through its entrances. So where would the criminal have wanted? It would have been tough for both people to fit into that vent. They would likely have bumped into Lenny as well. Lenny was not in the tunnel at that moment, which gave our criminal ample time.
Switch to another question? Oh, we can switch to another question.
May have come from a clash between the missing Halsey and the criminal.
Did I mess up? Who is the prime suspect currently?
The deceased's name is Cowell, Lenny's assistant.
Okay. How can I prove that there was an altercation? Let's do that one last.
May have come from a clash between the missing Halsey and the
See, can I remove that? Move that one and switch it to the other one?
The sound we heard may have...
Can I move it? Cancel choice, right? Let's move it to the next one.
The deceased's name is Cowell,
the other one, because I think that one, it belongs there.
The deceased's name is...
Wait. Okay. You go here. And now this one. How can we envisage Lenny unable? Because he was in a thing, right?
It would have been tough for both people to...
Yeah, because he was in here, I think.
It would have been tough for both people to fit into that vent. The deceased's name is Cowell.
Okay, where did the missing Halsey go?
No one entered or left the opera house through its entrances. So where would the criminal have wanted to take Halsey? Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel, so there must have been some fear that she would attract attention.
What?
Lenny was not in the tunnel at that moment, which gave our criminal ample time.
Lenny was not in the tunnel at that moment.
The sound we heard may have come from a clash. The deceased's name is Cowl. The deceased's name is Cowl. It would have been tough for both people to fit into that vent. They would likely have bumped into Linny as well.
Okay, wait. Remove that one.
It would have been tough for both.
This is actually this one, right?
No one entered or
Oh, no,
left.
no. Where is it?
Linny was not in the tunnel at that moment, which gave our criminal ample time.
Yeah, okay. And now this one, where did she go? It would have been
It would
unable.
have been tough for both people to fit into that vent. They
That
would
has to be
likely
right.
have
I think I'm right. I think I'm right. Let's go. Dang it, it's the last one. Okay, let's see.
No one entered or left the
Where did
opera
she
house
go?
through its entrances. Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel, so there must have been
I was like,
some fear that
I
she
had
would
it all right
attract
though.
attention.
I just missed one. So either her clothes was in the tunnel to attract attention. So isn't she the victim though? Or does she... No, can't be. What? But then the number machine is so weird. Everything is weird. Callous plan. Where did the missing Halsey go?
No one entered or left the opera house through its entrances. So where would the criminal have
Let's put
wanted
this
to
one.
take Halsey?
Let's put this one. Crap, it was the dress. It was the dress. This
Halsey's
stupid dress,
clothing was
bro. Go. What? The criminal must have understood the methods behind Lenny magic trick and must have been in a position to easily modify the equipment. Am I missing a clue or something? Is that why? Because there was one thing I was missing when we checked the book last time. So, understood the methods and must have been in a position to easily modify the equipment. Leaving aside how he died, Cowell had all the means to commit the crime at his disposal. That's true. The strange noise could have most likely been the sound of Cowell and Halsey struggling. That's what I'm thinking. Lenny was not in the tunnel for 1 minute. This would have given time for Cowell to bring Halsey out of the magic box in the audience stand. But according to the guard's testimony, no one entered or left the opera house, so even if he had taken her, there'd be no means of exiting. Exiting from the box would have been in full view of the audience, pretty much guaranteed that they would be discovered.
What's wrong, Traveler? Are you still having trouble figuring things out?
Yeah, that's true. Where in the world did Halsey go? The singer. Thinking you could live without me.
So this was all just a bluff.
It was not a bluff.
And here I thought you had something to show for it. But it seems you're still far from the truth.
Look, since we're at a dead end, why not consider a different track?
Did I
Just
mess
like
up?
the trick as it transpired, the end result must have been utterly different from the magician's initial design.
Okay,
If only
okay.
we knew how Halsey disappeared. Well, that would be nice, but the tunnel only has 3 exits, and none of them seem very likely. And
Right.
it's not like this is a magic trick where you can just make a real live person disappear. You know, like you did from that water tank, Lynette.
Magic. Escaping from the water tank. Wait, could it have been the water? Oh shoot.
Excuse my interruption, dear opponents, but do you not see that the crowd is growing impatient? There is no greater sin in this opera house than an awkward delay in the
This
performance.
is just a drama. You know what I mean? Oof, it's tilting. Okay, but I mean like, it's like, what is it, the
If
drama
the defense
kids?
is unable
Theatric.
to make further effective arguments, we will move on to the next stage of the trial.
No, we're not. Halt! Hold on a second!
Linny was not in the tunnel at that moment, which gave our criminal ample time. The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing Halsey and the criminal. The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant. He would have been able to tamper with the equipment.
Now, the invisible water.
No one entered or left the...
Yeah, we already know these ones,
Halsey's
but I just want to hear it
clothing was in the
again.
tunnel. It would have been tough for both people to fit in.
Yeah,
The
definitely.
vase was not broken by chance. It was used to cover important evidence. The water.
Okay, Traveler, you're smarter than me. Let's go. Let's go. The hypothesis was correct. I wonder what a hypothesis is. That reminds me of the time I was in elementary school, and my teacher was like, you gotta say this when they ask you what a hypothesis is, and I didn't say it.
It all comes together if Halsey disappeared instead of being kidnapped.
Because freaking, I didn't say it because on TV, I was watching something and it said, oh, a hypothesis is a theory you can test. So I was so determined to say that I didn't listen to what my teacher said. I could have got something good, I think. I don't know. I feel bad to that day. If I could go back in time, I would say that. What the teacher told me to say. Okay, Paimon gets it. It all comes along together if Halsey disappeared instead of being kidnapped. Right.
Lynette escaped from the water tank, vanishing gradually and leaving only clothes behind.
Mm-hmm.
If there's a similar method where a person could be transformed
And that's why
into
her clothes was
water...
there?
Just a moment, please. I do hope you know how preposterous you sound at the moment. How could a person ever be transformed into water? This is reality we're talking about here, not some magic trick.
I request that we examine Cowell's personal effects. We might find something there.
Must we really? I should think that of anyone. Your friend Linny already knows this truth very well. Magic tricks are ultimately just illusions and misdirection. But Halsey's disappearance is very real. We're talking about two completely different things.
Even so, I trust the Traveler's judgment. The truth must be out there somewhere. Perhaps some new line of reasoning may open if we try to gather all the focal points that don't make sense. Since Cal was the deceased, we haven't placed much attention on him. But given that we aren't making much progress with the case, it wouldn't hurt to have a look at his belongings, would it?
People really do come up with all sorts of harebrained schemes when at the end of their rope. The way I see it, your suggestion that we broaden the scope of our investigation is nothing but a tactic for stalling the trial.
Nevertheless, I believe that this is a reasonable request on the part of an attorney. Since the trial does indeed appear to be at an impasse, I believe that additional evidence may help us make more progress. Guards, please step into the lounge and examine the personal effects of the deceased Cowell.
After some time, a guard returns with the news.
We are still examining the items, but we have already made critical progress that we feel must be shared with everyone post-haste. We discovered several test tubes of fluid within Cowell's baggage, each labeled separately. The notebook in his backpack claims that these fluids are... water from the primordial sea.
Primordial Sea.
The note's contents also indicate that Cowell belonged to an organization that sells illegal drugs and that he had an accomplice.
Oh, this guy was just a bad guy.
The notebook has many entries concerning safe usage of these fluids, in which the keyword dissolve appears many times. One of these tubes was labeled Opera Epiclese, along with yesterday's date. It is empty.
He's the serial
Notes also
disappearance
state
girl.
that these dissolution properties work exclusively on people from Fontaine. It's likely that Halsey was chosen as some sort of test subject.
The notes also state that these dissolution? Wait, what's that? I forgot. Okay, properties work exclusively on people from Fontaine. It's likely that Halsey was chosen as some sort of test subject. It makes sense because that number thing.
As such,
she
we
was chosen.
believe that the defense's hypothesis is, in fact, supported by sufficient evidence.
You've got to be kidding! People dissolving into water?
Yeah, all of you guys could
Something
dissolve.
so ridiculous actually be true.
Wait a moment. This reminds me of a certain prophecy, but it's just a coincidence, isn't it?
If people can become water, does that mean that the water tank's real use was as a means to hide water stains? And if Cowell was targeting that girl... Wait just a minute. Could that mean... You two, with me, quick!
Oh shoot,
Mademoiselle,
it's getting
wait.
crazy.
What about your partners?
Let's go. Just trust me.
Order! Order!
It is undeniable that further examination of the deceased's personal effects has yielded some surprising results, but we cannot yet verify the veracity of these clues. Still, let us assume that these clues are indeed authentic, albeit with the understanding that Ms. Halsey has yet to be found. Guards, please continue examining the items along these lines. Mr. Linney, it appears your hypothesis is supported by the evidence, so please continue speaking.
Of course. Thank you, Your Honor.
Aww.
If we uphold this hypothesis, I believe that many of this case's seemingly unrelated clues can be connected together.
Right! Like the metal hook! That one didn't make sense at all. Let's think about this. Cowell's methods must have something to do with that water from the primordial sea.
Water from the primordial sea. The liquid from the guards found in Cowell's luggage seems to have the ability to dissolve Fontanians into water. Oh, jeez. Who is the prime suspect currently? Cowell.
The deceased's name is Cowell.
What item did the culprit use to control the timing of the dissolution? Am I saying that right? Dissolution. I just want to see what they say.
The water tank up was lit by the fireworks and snapped. As such, the focus here is on the water and not the tank.
Yeah, that's just to throw us off.
Now it seems like the hook rope was not meant for another magic trick, but was instead some form of triggering mechanism. The water from the primordial sea should already have been prepped before Halsey entered the magic box.
What item did the culprit use to control the timing of the dissolution? Dissolution?
Lynette was in the magic box on stage the entire time. Did she have something to do with this?
I doubt it. Lynette is
I remember
so innocent.
there was something else within the inner layer of that box.
What item did the culprit use to control the timing? I guess this, right?
The water from the
'Cause he had
primordial sea
labels on
should
it.
already have been prepped before Halsey entered the magic box.
Okay. Oh no, he used this to the solver. Okay, let's go back up.
The water from the
Take it.
water from the primordial.
Cancel that. The next one. Oop. What item did the culprit use to dissolve Halsey? This one, obviously. Now, what item did the culprit use to hide the mechanism behind the crime? The hook rope, right?
Now it seems like the hook rope was not meant for another magic trick, but was instead some form of triggering mechanism.
I'll say that. What item did the culprit use to control the timing?
I remember there was something. Lynette was in the magic box on. The rope that held the water tank up was lit by the fireworks and snapped. As such, the focus here is on the water and not the tank.
This one. Because he's waiting for the firework, right? Crap. Are they swapped? I think they're swapped. Okay. This has to be the
Now
hook.
It seems like the
And this has to be the rope.
that held the water
Yeah.
tank.
Hey, I was super close, okay? I had to be right. It's not right? Oops. What item did the culprit use to hide the mechanism behind the crime?
Lynette was in the magic box on stage the entire time.
Oh, the layer.
She have-
Definitely not Lynette. You're good.
I remember there
I
was
like her a lot.
something else within the inner layer of that box.
Yeah, yeah. Hypothesis correct. Let's see.
It's Ace Detective Paimon's time to shine again!
Bro,
In
the
original
references.
plan, Cowell would tamper with the water tank rope and the number selector securing his target. When the magic box containing Halsey was lowered, the metal hook would retract gradually and pierce the balloon at the top of the box. When the balloon attached to the box popped, the water from the primordial seed inside it would pour down and dissolve Halsey. Afterward, Cowell would enter the tunnel and break the flower vase to conceal the water inside the tunnel, with the remaining evidence being covered up by the water tank on stage. But he encountered something unexpected in the tunnel, and wound up being fatally hit by the same water tank he meant to use to cover his tracks.
That does make sense.
That actually links together a lot of the more confusing pieces of evidence.
Right. Dang, dang. Oh, I should have been more on our side.
Oh dear, what do I do? Even I think they sound convincing now. Have I falsely accused an innocent person? What a humiliation.
It's okay.
Now, it seems like the only point of contention remaining is the exact circumstances that led to Cal's death. His notes mentioned he had an accomplice who could be related to the situation.
On that note, the guards have just contacted me indicating that they uncovered new evidence.
Okay.
I shall now invite him on stage to share it with us.
Let's go, guard. Is it the hot one? No, it's a
Thank
different
you,
one.
Your Honor. We were just inspecting the luggage of the other people involved in this case.
Okay.
And we found an identical sample of the water from the primordial sea among Linny's personal effects.
What?
That can't be.
Someone planted that. What?
Oh, I see. Well, how wonderfully comedic to have your own counterattack only to come back and wound you. Does
Karina.
this not clear all doubt? My dear citizens, my loyal audience, allow me to present my reasoning and bring this performance to a swift close.
Oh gosh. Based on the opposition's account of events, you can identify loopholes in their statement. Okay, based on the op, you know that's short for opposition, right? Op, or is it opponent? Opponent? I don't know why do people call each other ops? It might be opposition, right? I think it's opposition. Anyways, use evidence and clues obtained during the investigation to refute any erroneous assertions of facts and replace them with new interferences or inferences. Your refutations to convince the audience will obtain more support from the people. The orchies will display such shifts clearly. When you find and refute all incorrect content, you can complete the cycle of refutation and unveil the truth. I know if I'm messing up some words, don't get mad at me, guys, because I don't even know. Oh, it's her
Linny
turn.
did not need to take part in the dissolution of the young woman at all. Indeed, he did leave the scene via the vent. Having made modifications to the props beforehand, his accomplice Cowell then caused Halsey to vanish using the water from the primordial sea. But upon his return, in cruel avarice, Linny desired sole credit and prepared to do away with his partner in crime. Ultimately, he knocked Cowell out, and the tool meant to cover the crime up also became a murder weapon. Now, as much as I regret having come to such a viciously straightforward conclusion, it does seem that the famed Fatui is quite the cold-blooded and ruthless organization.
Bro. She's be coming up with these crazy stories.
Am I right, Mr. Linny?
I like the way
We've
she
used up
talks.
all the evidence we collected. There's no way for us to make a rebuttal here.
Oh jeez.
Is this the end of the road?
I love his voice. Oh wow. Hang on.
Paimon can't think of anything either. It doesn't look like there's any way around this.
There was no blood on the vase, right?
Seems using the water as new evidence was too good a move. Why did this have to happen now?
I think we've all seen enough now, and we have ample witnesses to my flawless reasoning. I believe this is indeed the finale. Now then, my good, noble Chief Justice, should we not, in your view, move...
Excuse me, everyone, but I must interject.
Yes. Yes.
Miss, I must ask you not to shout and to respect the ongoing legal proceedings.
Oh, come on. Don't be hasty. I have a good reason for interrupting, you know. Now, would anyone here like to take a little break from all this debate and see a little magic? I'll show you an amazing trick. One that can bring a young woman who has disappeared back in the flesh, right before your very eyes. Please, do the honors, Mr. Linny, if you would be so kind.
What in the world is she saying?
Oh shoot.
No offense, miss, but miracles like that are beyond my scope as a magician.
Aww.
Come on now, don't be silly. Magic is all about misdirection, isn't it? It often conceals the truth while presenting a fascinating illusion. But once everyone believes the illusion, can't magic reveal the truth to them once again? And wouldn't such a trick be the most marvelous finale to today's performance? Come on, Lenny and Lynette. Give it another go. Don't worry. Spina di Rasula has made the necessary arrangements on your behalf.
I love
But,
them.
as the magic makers and stars of the show, I think I should leave the final performance to you.
I understand.
Okay. I wonder what's gonna happen. Oof.
And voila.
Uh-oh. Please tell me she's there. What in the world?
Sorry for the interruption.
Wait, isn't that Halsey? So the whole thing about people dissolving wasn't true after all?
To be clear, I'm only here because this person told me that if I testified, the merit of doing so would lessen my sentence.
What? Only here because the person that told me if I testified the merit of doing so will lessen my sentence. What is
I was
going on?
hiding outside this room listening to the proceedings because I was afraid that I would be the one put on trial. I was just feeling happy that no one had noticed me, and then before I knew it, she caught me.
That'll teach you to underestimate us three.
Where should I begin? I'm sorry. I'm the one who killed Cowl. I admit it.
What?
What? Why?
Firstly, my name isn't Halsey. It's Lillian, and I'm originally from Mondstadt. I heard that Linny's show was gonna be a real thriller, but I missed the chance to buy a ticket, so I stole one. That's how I make a living. I steal stuff here and there. And I'd never been caught before.
Okay,
But
admitting
I
it
was
in court
noticed
is
at the
crazy.
harbor a few days ago, and I barely got away. Lenny was the one who caught me in the act.
Oh.
Hey!
Oh my gosh.
Wonder you look familiar.
That was her?
You were the thief.
Wow.
You even mentioned that you were pretty skilled.
Well, and I thought that would have been the end of it, but then the number selector chose me.
This is interesting. This is so interesting. Okay. Wow.
He even mentioned the Fortress of Meripede. That's a prison, isn't it? So you can imagine how shocked I was. I thought he was on to me for sure. So I played along with the show while looking for an opening to flee. But then I got water poured on me for no reason, and then someone jumped into the tunnel to nab me. I wasn't going to take that lying down, so I knocked him out and stuffed him into the box.
Nice, nice.
There was nowhere to run from there, though, so I had to change my clothes and hide in a box containing performance costumes. I slipped out after the first guard arrived at the scene and continued hiding inside the opera house.
Can a person even hide in there?
If they're a practiced hand at concealment, probably. A professional thief could make it work.
But I swear I didn't know that the water tank would fall down. Really, I swear it. Had I known that, I wouldn't have put him in the magic box. I may be a thief, but I'm no killer.
Well, that makes everything pretty clear now, doesn't it?
Actually, it does. Yeah, now is my time to refute the Hydro Archon's previous reasoning.
This time, we need to tell the entire story from Lillian's perspective.
That should be easy. We should just hold it. Continue to refute. Alright, our turn. Let's go! Lenny entered the tunnel after the beginning of the countdown. Afterwards, he used the ventilation shaft to leave the tunnel and did not participate in the dissolving of the young woman. That part is true. I don't even think we have to rebuttal against that. How is he dissolved? Dissolved. Cowell planned to use the prepared magic trick to this da. How would Halsey have reacted when the water from the prodigal son trickle in? Okay, so apparently she didn't dissolve, right? It was... Let me see. I gotta read it. And how would Halsey have reacted when the water from the primordial sea began to trickle in? It seems unlikely that it was knocked. over by Charlie meant to transport the box. Yeah, we know. She used that to knock him out, I think. The clothes belong to Halsey. Audible thud. Is it the clothes? Because she took her clothes off? The lady who went missing were found in the tunnel. The reason... She would have reacted by taking off her clothes, right? I think. Oh.
Seems this won't produce a particularly effective rebuttal.
This is my second option. The flower vase. Because how would she react? She had to knock that boy out. Okay, no. Let's go to another one. Lenny fighting... Wait, no. If it's from her perspective, yes, he entered the tunnel. But... he wouldn't be there, so... Strange sound. Is it this? Yeah.
The strange sound wasn't from a fight. It was Lillian's attempt to break out when she was frightened.
Break out when she was frightened. Oh, that's what it was? The girl burst out. As the water from the primordial sea suddenly flooded in, Lillian mistakenly thought she was about to be arrested. So she broke out of the box with immense strength, causing a loud sound. I see. Okay. The fighting between Lenny and Cowell. There is no evidence proving that a fight did indeed break out in the tunnel. But it was not. It was a different fight. This, right? It seems that it was knocked over by Charlie. Oh, unlikely that it was knocked over by Charlie.
The flower vase was not broken to cover anything up, but was smashed during the struggle between Lillian and Cowell.
She's strong. Wait, let me read it. Now it seems... Okay, well, this is Lillian's and Cowell's clash. Now it seems Lenny and Cowell did not conspire to break the flower vase to cover anything up, but it was smashed during the struggle between Lillian and Cowell. Next one. Lenny knocked Cowell out, then used the method. After the fight, then what did Halsey do? She took her clothes off, right?
Lillian was afraid that she would be recognized if she left, so she changed clothes and hid, biding her time. Just what one might expect of an experienced thief.
Okay.
And it's Ace Detective Paimon time!
Let's go, Paimon.
Having been selected out of the blue, Lillian panicked. Her panic only intensified after she entered the tunnel and had water poured on her head. So she kicked the door open, producing the thud we all heard.
Okay.
Hearing the commotion, Cowell leapt into the tunnel, only to discover that Lillian had not dissolved.
Oh, wow. Okay.
He did not know that Lillian was not from Fontaine,
Ah.
but was a thief who made her way in by stealing a ticket.
That's crazy. Okay, okay.
Mistakenly believing that the water from the primordial sea needed time to take effect, he tried to force Lillian back into the box. The two broke the flower vase during the struggle, but Lillian came out on top, knocking Cowell out and putting him in the box. With no way of escaping, she changed her clothes and hid in the costume trunk until the performance ended.
No way to change your clothes, the costume trunk. Yeah. That actually makes a lot of sense. We should be more on a tilted side. We should be very successful refutation. I should probably learn how to pronounce these words. But that's crazy. I think that's true. But why did the water tank fall though?
She knew that she would have to go through guard inspection if she tried to leave afterward. So, she has been trapped in the opera house these last 2 days.
She had already become desperately hungry by the time we were chatting over macarons. So, she swiped 2 of them right under our noses. Talk about a sneaky thief.
Oh my gosh, I remember that.
All the events that happened in the tunnel have now come to light.
Yes.
Ah, so that's the whole story.
Bravo! Bravo!
Great show.
Now then, Lady Farina, do you wish to speak against the defense's statements? Please answer the question, Lady Farina. Also, if I may add, the trial has not yet ended. As such, I request that the prosecution not leave the room before the proceedings have concluded.
What? Are you reading my mind now? No. I have no further arguments. I admit defeat. But really, could you at least have left me with some dignity?
Oh, my poor girl.
Look at that! She's like a deflated balloon
I like
now.
her. She's like a. I like
If
her
there
hair.
are
It looks
no
like a squid.
objections, then as the Chief Justice of Fontaine, I shall once again repeat the full sequence of
Okay,
events.
awesome. I love the story.
The actual perpetrator of the serial disappearances, Cowl, selected his next victim from the audience reservation list. With some modifications to the selector, he could ensure that the pre-selected young woman would be chosen. To cover up any evidence while committing the deed, Cowl thought of allowing the water tank to fall, which would conceal the water left behind after the young woman was dissolved.
I see.
He also tampered with the rope suspending the water tank, using the fireworks at the end of the performance to cause the tank to drop and hide the watermarks. He poured the water from the primordial sea into a balloon during the preparation of the magic box and stuck it to the box's lid. Finally, he passed the prepared hook on a rope through the gap in the magic box's door when bringing the young woman to said box. When the magic trick officially began, the box containing the woman was lowered into the tunnel, tightening the hook rope and bursting the balloon containing the water. If all had gone to plan, the young woman would be dissolved at this time. However, Lillian was not from Fontaine, and thus fled the box with a loud noise. Realizing that there was trouble, Cowl entered the tunnel and met Lillian. Thinking that the waters had not yet taken effect, he decided to proceed.
See what
However, his
caution
opponent was more
be
capable than he
dishonest.
thought, and he was overcome, knocked unconscious, and placed into the magic box.
He got cooked.
And thus became his own final victim.
That's what he gets.
Lillian, according to her own statements, then changed clothes and hid until the performance ended, before hiding in other parts of the opera house. As for Linny, he was in the underground structures within the opera house, and was thus ignorant of these happenings. From this reconstruction of events, we can conclude that Linny, the accused, is in fact innocent. While there is much in Linny and Lillian's conduct that should still be investigated separately,
True.
this case at least can be handed over to the Oratrice to make the final decision.
Let's go, Oratrice. Yeah, I want to know how that thing's alive too. I would have done the same thing as Linny. It's like, ooh, we got a card. That's so cool. I love that.
As such, Linny and Lynette are officially declared not guilty.
Yes! That was amazing.
Great work, partners. Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Let's not celebrate just yet.
Next, I think we deserve an explanation, Guard Vaughn.
Uh-oh.
How did you find the water from the primordial sea in Linny's baggage?
Uh-oh.
Right! Your discovery caused me to make a serious mistake,
Yeah.
you know. Or was that not a discovery, but false evidence that you dared to bring before this court?
I suspect that the accomplice mentioned in Cowell's notes was not Linny, but you, yes? I'm sure you know what you must do to lessen your sentence.
Hang on one bit.
Speak quickly! Unless you want to earn yourself a one-way ticket to Coupon Town.
Coupon Town? It said, I suspect the accomplice mentioned in the accomplice note is you. Wait, it's not Lenny, but you. Yes, okay. Yeah, speak up, you accomplice.
I was just following orders. We
Dang.
were supposed to place blame for the serial disappearances onto Linny, and thus cause suspicion to fall on the Fatui. The higher-ups said this was the best opportunity to do so.
That makes a lot of sense.
And now that your plan has fallen through, and the secrets of the water have been revealed, you have become a liability to said higher-ups, yes? Therefore, you would be wise to tell everything you know, and seek the protection of the guards.
Yes, I'll tell you everything I know. Our boss discovered that the water can cause people to dissolve. It can also be made into a potion, which when extremely diluted, can cause people to experience unforgettable exhilaration. We've been in this business for a while now, and have made decent more off it. The disappearances were also the boss's idea. I mean, this is the boss we're talking about. The...
He heard it. It was like moves on. He turned into water.
And now he can no longer talk.
Such ruthlessness. I shouldn't have expected any less of them.
An outrageous act. All present, please submit to inspection immediately.
Wow. However, nothing is found on a scene apart from the liquid left behind after Vaughn's disappearance. Yeah, he dissolved. He didn't disappear.
So, we're just going back now?
Yeah, we're out of here. The problem seems to have been solved for now. We're not needed here anymore.
That's true, but...
Traveler, Paimon, please wait.
I'm done. Yes?
Lenny...
Yeah,
I know you may not want to speak to me right now. Maybe you don't even want to look at me.
Aww.
But still...
I want to look at you.
Let me thank you again for defending me to the end. Even after you learned that I'm a member of the Fatui.
I just didn't wish to see anyone be falsely accused. I just want to make sure that we're square.
I guess. But regardless, I'd like the opportunity to set things straight. I didn't approach you with any ulterior motives or ill intent. I've spoken to you as myself, just plain Linny this entire time.
Are you manipulating
As
me?
for why I'm a Fatus, it's because the goals of the House of the Hearth align with those of an orphan like me. That's all. That was how Father, who you might know as the Knave, approached recruiting us back then too.
The Knave? The one who controls the House of the Hearth? She's your father?
House of the Hearth? She's your father.
That's right. And since we're here, I was wondering, would you mind hearing a story? It's about my past.
Guys, we're gonna hear the story in the next episode, so stay tuned for that. Leave a like if you enjoyed this, comment below what you guys want to see next, and subscribe if you guys haven't already, okay? So, yeah, this was episode 10, I believe, and this is a pretty interesting story. I'm happy. It was crazy daisy, but, you know, that was the truth. We uncovered the truth. Finally, we know. That was great. I think, I don't know. Yeah. I'll see you guys for the next episode. I'll decide when I want to end this series. But anyways, this was WTSB, who took Squidboy, or just Squidboy, you know, whatever you, yes you, whatever you want to call me. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Peace out.